CQ, CQ, this is W9GFO. Is anybody out there?
Other people need to see what I've seen. They need to see...
This is the way it's been done for billions of years. Small moves, small moves.
You know what makes a lot of sense? Being really scared right now. That dog moved all by herself. That dog was on that piece of red carpet. And I wasn't in there. Maybe a pig or somebody was in there. That's possible. I hadn't even thought of that. What have I got in my inventory? Anyway, what makes a lot of sense right now? Being scared. I mean, does it or does it not make a lot of sense right now to be scared? Yeah, people will tell you that you're overreacting or whatever. They haven't told me that personally, but that's only because people don't have direct contact with me very often. I'm just going to go ahead and move that up. Give me 2 more pigs. Hey, pig! You're standing on my crafting table. What do you want? Let's see. I need spaces for llamas, pigs, chickens. Because I think the space up here should just be for bees. You know, because it's bees up here. Let's see. I'm looking in the wrong place for the wrong thing. That figures. Always have to be careful because it's hard for me to see these icons. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Alrighty then. I'm going to put this crap back because I don't really need it. Do I have extra dirt? Yeah, I know I have extra this stuff. I'm going to be mining and I'm going to need more of that stuff, so I don't really want more of that stuff. Although, you know what? I'm going to switch these. Because I might need some stuff to jump up on before I actually dig any dirt. That's possible. So people are going to say things like, you're paranoid, or, it's not that bad, or, gaslight you and tell you that you're... And I understand it, because, there are conspiracy theories, that aren't based on absolutely no evidence, except people want to scare other people and scare themselves or whatever. I get that. But there are folks who actually study totalitarian systems and the history of fascism, not just in Germany and all that, but all over the place, and totalitarian regimes, because it doesn't necessarily have to be fascist to be sick and toxic, even ideological systems that I'm more aligned with, in other words, systems that I think might have more potential than others, have not been produced in the real world in a sane or healthy way. And people have been badly hurt by how those systems express themselves, So, I understand people thinking, this is a conspiracy theory, it's not really going to happen, and except that, like I said, people with much better educations than I have, who not only study these things, but teach classes in them and write well-written books, documented with serious footnotes, all that stuff. They're saying, in fact, some of them are leaving the country, they're saying that it's really happening. And if they're leaving the country over it, I'd say they really believe that, And not because they're nuts. I keep looking at tall trees to see if one of them might be a azalea tree and telling me that there's a, I want to say a wet cave, but you know what I mean, a lush garden. Joe, Trader Joe, sold me some drip leaf. I don't know what to do with it, but I've got some in one of my rivers. I already did that one. Okay, so these are the 3 that are leading toward where I actually want to be. I bred these sheep. There should be 3 black sheep over here now. Except, they wander off, but I wouldn't mind having a little patch of black sheep over here. I think it'd be kind of cute. Yeah, I'm going the right way. These are the trees already marked. Oh, maybe this is my black sheep. Possible. I always try to keep a little weed on me in case there's something I want to breed. Yeah, here they are. So, they are around here. Hey! Well, you're coming home with me. I was going to do a thing, but you're important. I love donkeys, I have to get someplace soon. I know, honey. But if you stay here, you're just going to despawn. And then I'd be sad. Good girl. Okay, I should have one of these in here. I love these stinking donkeys. I still don't have any gold. It's not like I can tame them or anything, but... Now, while I was up on her, I saw water. Yeah, it looks like there's an ocean over there. Are you coming? Oh, God, these snappy leashes. Come on, sweet pea. Get your head out of the dirt. I shouldn't go exploring while carrying a donkey. That's just silly. So I'm not just going to say the sky is falling and do it Chicken Little and all that kind of stuff. Stuff is bad, and they're following the playbook. I'm going to say they're following more the German playbook than any place else, because I don't know that much about other places. Because they're targeting specific small, teeny tiny groups of people that are easy to pick on because people are inherently prejudiced and ignorant about those groups, and, you know, or resentful of them because they live side by side with them and don't understand their language or their religion, or think they have too many children, or what other, you know, they're going to replace their ethnic group and call it the Great White Replacement or something, I don't know. Because finally, it looks like people of other races are going to be the majority now, primarily Latinos, and white folks will no longer be the majority, and I don't know why that's a big deal. It's not like white folks have done a really good job of being a majority. Anyway, so they target one group of people, or several small, tiny groups of people that can't really defend themselves against it, and they encourage people to be bullies and thugs, and what happens? Oh, I thought oh my God, look at that. Holy crap on a cracker. Well, I guess you can walk down into it, but holy crap on a cracker. The caves here where I spawned are just yuck. Are you coming, Sweet Pea? I have you know, I'm not going to take you all the way back. I'm just going to put you up here in my place where I'm putting things. Now, what can I do about it? Well, I think I'm kind of more like Meep. She was a Dutch, I think, woman who helped hide Anne Frank's family and some other families behind a fake bookshelf that was actually a door that led to... Speaking of leading to, this is not leading to... Oh my gosh, get away from that ravine. Sorry, donkey, I'm kind of... Oh my gosh. Ooh, we got a dangerous way to go, huh? What are we gonna do, donkey? I messed up. So, I'd probably be one of those people, like... I've already told trans people that, and I hope they listen to me, that I've got an acre of land out here, and if you got an RV or an old school bus, or if you can afford to get you buy a shed or something, bring it out here, you can stay on my land for free until you get set up. I'm not that far from Albuquerque. If you got a decent ride, you can get to Albuquerque and look for work and look for housing, but you can live here rent free. Help me out a little with the chores every month, you know. Yeah, I've been here because I must have put that there. Well, maybe not. So you can pretty much stay here for free if you want to, until you get set up someplace else. If you're trying to escape Missouri or one of those places where not only do they make it illegal to be trans, but they can have you arrested for child abuse for getting your child care, you know, medical care. So that's something I can do. Of course, sharing information online is something I've always done. I'm kind of a not really librarian. When I find out information, I like to pass it on to other people who can use it. And that's something I'm pretty good at. You know, I even worked as a writer and a radio person for many years as a volunteer. Excuse me. Very seldom got paid for it. Hello? Can you please climb up the hill? Thank you, Sweet Pea. Don't be falling in the ditches. I was not expecting to get this. I'm going to have to double the speed on this video because it's going to be very slow because I'm talking slow and I'm pulling a donkey up a hill. So that's a couple of things I can do. And you know something I just realized the other day? See, I posted on my, I don't know, the community or feed or whatever it's called for YouTube. I lost her, didn't I? I posted a article I found. Where'd she go? I gotta listen. An article I found about an old friend of mine, Jean Cordova. I worked on a magazine called The Lesbian Tide. I no longer identify as a lesbian, but then there weren't a whole lot of choices, and I was young, and it just seemed like, well, I'm not heterosexual, so, you know. I also assumed I was female, so there weren't a whole lot of options, is what I'm saying. Don't tell me she despawned, I'll cry. Did she despawn? Do I have to give up and cry? Please, no. I didn't hear the leash snap. Oh, there you are. Hi. It's too dark to be hunting for donkeys, I guess. Oh, I'm not on the leash. There we go. There. I don't even care that the other leash is lost. If I could remember which way I was going, I would know that the leash is between you and where I was, but I don't know where I was, so you could see the ocean from where I was. So I was thinking the other day about that. You know, not only was I involved with the Tide, but I was involved with the Women's Building, which was a great place for doing art and music and theater and printing presses, and there we go. I keep losing the leash. Well, since you want to go that way, maybe you're not stupid, and I should listen to you. You know? And how much creativity was part of my life back then. And how little by little... No, I don't want to go through any birch forest, because that has nothing to do with going home. I'll just look at my... coordinates. Yeah, we're going the right way. Come on, Donker. Come on. You know, if I had a fence post... Which I don't. Is that cherry trees? Is that me? Could. Oh my gosh, we don't want to go that way. So a lot of stuff, humor. I used to be real funny. I could really make people laugh, and I wasn't trying to be funny. I was just little comments about things that were going on, you know. And I was quick. I was clever. Yeah, that looks like cherry trees, doesn't it? Come on, sweet pea. And slowly but surely, because of poverty and stress, and that is not. That looks like sand. Or stone. It's stone. That's where I've been digging. Yep. Okay, so I'm getting close, but I don't know. Because there's a whole bunch of these places where there's stone. I have to figure out which way to go. So I kind of had to leave things along the way. You know what I mean? Like for survival. There's a writer, a feminist writer from the late 70s and 80s. I think her name was Tilly Olson. Go look it up. She wrote an essay called I Stand Here Ironing, talking about all the stuff she could be doing that's creative and getting books published and, you know, stuff like that. But instead, she's got to iron. And survival, you know, just the daily chores and stuff, that turns into your whole life and you don't have the time, energy, or resources to be able to be creative. For instance, here with this with this YouTube stuff, I can't afford fancy recording software and stuff. I gotta get this donkey off of that ledge. I can't afford fancy stuff. Now, am I seeing a light off in the distance, or is there a fly on my monitor? So I will never be able to produce it's a fly on my monitor. I will never be able to produce the quality of videos that you see on other channels. Not at this rate, not with a little cheap headset from Walmart. And, I mean, it's noisy here. You know, I heard Mumbo was complaining about every few days he'll stop at a bed and breakfast or something and use the Wi-Fi, and sometimes the Wi-Fi is bad, or he'll take every pillow out of wherever he's staying at and cram it all into one room. And I lost my donkey again. And you would think that I would have problems with the donkey being downhill and me uphill. Is that the donkey? It's so hard to see at night. Hello, sweet pea. I know you're having a hard time, but we're getting you there. And so he'll be all crammed in one room with every pillow and blanket and I guess probably sleeping bag and everything he owns to absorb any weird sounds so that he can record. By the way, he's gotten to the point now where YouTube is just a hobby now. What a relief that's got to be. I heard the leash break that time. What a relief. You know, he's to the point of having enough privilege now that he can do what he wants to do, and he even deleted that YouTube editorial suite thing. So he doesn't have to look at statistics and demographics, and, you know, he doesn't have to even look at it anymore. What a privilege, you know. Lives in his van, pretty much. The irony of that is not lost on me, because Americans are living in vans and school buses and parking lots, and because we can't afford houses. They're doing gig economy stuff and saving every dime they can, because nobody can afford to rent anything anymore. Holy crap, look at that one. Now, which way are we going, donkey? I think I should be paying attention to this, if I'm not. If I go this way... going the wrong way. Okay, we gotta go this way, baby girl. Sorry. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Not a great idea. You coming? Yeah, leashes are just as bad as they used to be way back in the old days. There it went. They should be able to climb up one block. This is just silly. You know, I gotta worry about the mathematics of the angle at which I'm elevated to be able to draw the donkey out of a one-block hole. This is silly. They think that's going to be okay because they got those gas. Well, you know, not everybody's going to have gas right away. Especially those of us who are scared to go to the nether. Hey, pig. Come on, baby. Come on. This is silly. Come on, baby girl. Get up here. You got it. Good girl. So we got a bunch of people now that are scared of each other. Scared of their neighbors. That's how this whole thing works, you know. Willing to turn in their neighbors. You gotta be afraid of your own. You gotta be afraid of whoever's outside your front door. Or people in your family. Like, what if you got somebody in your family that doesn't think you should be gay or whatever? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. And they decide they'll turn you in because it's God's will or some malarkey, you know? So we can't trust each other. They got us afraid of each other. So find your people. That's going to be more important than ever now. And support your people. Create your people. I'm giving advice and I shouldn't because you got to do what you got to do. But create your people however you can so that you have community some kind of way. I can't. There's nobody out here. Nobody cares that I'm alive or dead. In fact, there'd be some people that'd be celebrating, you know? But if you can do it, I mean, this is the only way I got to create any kind of community, basically. So I'm seeing 4, 5, 6, 7. I gotta get on the other side of that thing again. And it's a bad one. Look at that. Oh, it's long. It's long, honey. You with me? Come on, sweetie. Fell in a hole. Find your people. I mean, it's okay to be afraid, you know? It's fine. Go ahead, be afraid. Being afraid just shows you're paying attention. But don't stop just because you're afraid. I've been posting stuff out like that. Woman taking her kids to a school that needed to be integrated, and all the white people screaming at them, and God, she had to be scared. Not only for herself, of course, but for her kids, the safety of her kids. But it was really important to integrate the schools and make the schools accessible to everybody. So yeah, she was scared. She did it anyway. Now the people in power here would like you to erase that history and not know about that history and not know that she was brave and, you know, not have her as a role model. So, can you support your local library? Because they try to make information available to everybody all the time, no matter what. Can you do that? You know, most libraries have a thing called Friends of the Library, and they help out with, little fundraisers and community events to get people interested in the library. Can you do something like that? It'd be a good way to meet people, you know. I mean, there's a lot of nerds, and there's Minecraft players, D&D players, all kinds of interesting people hang out at the library. Ham radio, oh wow. Robotics clubs, drones. Knowing how to fly a drone right now would be real useful for all kinds of reasons. Just so you know where people are and what they're doing, and then maybe you could broadcast that information. I mean, heaven knows the people that want to hurt us are doing that. Maybe we could broadcast stuff that could help us, help keep each other safe. I wasn't planning on this donkey. I was gonna go dig iron. I heard it. I heard it. Oh, donkey, there it is. I heard it. It makes a little sound. Doesn't even sound like a leash. Here we are. You coming, honey pie? I have found when you're putting somebody on a leash, it's better to go around the valley than through it. So if I stay up here pretty tall, because it's easier to climb down a thing than to climb back up it. Come on, baby. Come on, pie. Come on, mommy pie. Oh, see, how like how leashes are acting. Now she gonna get tangled up in these pumpkins, isn't she? Come on, baby girl. I think that ledge is only 1 block wide, too. Horses and donkeys and mules, they like 2 block paths, like 1 block. Here she comes. So there's something we can all do. There's something you like. There's something you like, or you would like to like it, and you haven't studied it yet, so maybe study that. I don't know what that is for you. Even if it's something like dance or something, you know, all that stuff is useful. All that stuff is useful. Music, computer coding, be useful. And have fun doing it. Learn something brand new. There's ways to learn stuff for free on the internet, you know, so practice it. And then maybe, like, if it's something you can share with people, is there a retirement home, you know, place where older people live or disabled people live, where you could share your skill? I did it. I got her home. I thought we were all gonna die. I don't care what happened to you. You want to be a jerk, you be a jerk. I'm closing up shop. You go out if you want to. Get away from me. Get away from me. Go on, pig. Alright. Trying to save pigs, but if pigs don't want to be saved... Oh, wait, you know what? Come here. I lied. Come here. Maybe this leash on a horse confuses the donkeys. I don't know. I was going to build something big up here, but you know what? It's a little too narrow and boingy, so... What I did do was I built a doghouse. I'm going to put the bees up here. The bees are already here. I've been going around whenever I see a tree with a bee nest on it. I've been putting a torch. So I've been gathering up the bee nest now that I finally... When I was first playing this game 10 years ago, getting silk touch was a big deal, you know. Now, Joe sold me a iron pickaxe with silk touch on it, so I'm like, okay. So I went around and collected bee nests. Now, I want another one of these because I lost one out there. So there's something you can do, and you'll enjoy doing it. I mean, it's still going to be hard, and it's probably still going to hurt. And watching stuff that's going on around you is going to hurt, you know. I mean, that's just a given. We're all going to hurt. We're all going to hurt. Some of us will just have emotional hurt, but some of us, I'm just going to say it, some of us aren't going to make it. Now, given that, you notice herd animals? Animals that like to live in clusters. It's a kind of a depressing thought, but the reason they do that is if a predator comes after them, they're not all going to get killed. So, on the one hand, there's shielding yourself by being surrounded by people. But then on the other hand, there's also... I don't have any saddles in here, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Oh, do I have any chests in here? Nope. Do I have any chests in there? Yeah, those are the two places where there would be chests. See, I can come over here, but I'm not dragging that donkey all the way over here. Why is there a hole with a torch in it? Who knows? So there's something you can do. Do you have to do all of it? No. I was going to say something about this earlier, and I got so busy with that donkey. If you look in my chests, now most of the time I play with the mobs off. I mean hostile mobs. So things like string, phantom, membranes, spider eyes. Those are hard to access. Now, quite a few of those things, not spider eyes, but quite a few of those things I can acquire by fishing and by trading with Joe. And if I had some villagers, which I hope I eventually get some. I mean, there's villagers off over that way, but they're pretty far. Or curing a zombie villager, but that would mean I'd have to have a brewing stand. And I could go to the Nether. I don't see why I couldn't. I mean, I could too go to the Nether, you know? I mean, I have all iron gear now. I have some books with enchanting on them. I could do like blast protection and fire resistance, and I love this bridge. It's just made out of junk that was laying around and taking up space. I kind of like doing that when I have a bunch of just crap. Just little bits and pieces of, I don't know, a little bit of quartz, a little bit of, amethyst, a little bit of, amethyst? No, a little bit, I haven't found any amethyst yet. Little dribs and drabs, little bits of wood, whatever. I like building structures out of them, just to use up the stuff. That's the reason why I use so much cobblestone. Because I can't see just building storage things to put tons and tons of cobblestone in. Just make things out of cobblestone. So that's my dog house. See, there's a little bit of scrap on there and a little bit of red wool I didn't need. Here you are. Okay. Oh, honest to Pete, you need so much attention, Miss Yama. Well, of course, all these animals are kissy faces. They love kissing your face. This isn't about you. It's about this person. I keep hitting this board. I've got to get my keyboard and stuff set up. This is just silly. Here you are. Now you're a member of the family. Welcome. So there's something you can do. It doesn't seem like you're doing much, but there's almost 8 billion people, I think, now on the planet. I'm not for sure, but something like that. There's a whole heck of a lot of us, that's for sure. I think I can squeeze through there. Yes, I can. Now the mobs can't. Isn't that weird? So there's something you can do. You're going to say, oh, I didn't do nothing. But, you know, you did something. Oh, that makes the bees come out at night. That's no good. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. That was a bad idea. I don't want them out at night. You're good sports about it, but that wasn't right. They all went back in. I think they made that sound. Do something. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just do something. I got my mobs turned off, and every time it rains at night, I go fishing. Which is why I want to build a nice fishing shack over there, so when I have the mobster, I don't have to worry about creepers coming up behind me, you know? Also, I should have more dogs for protection and eventually iron golems. That's why I was going off. That's the direction I came from. I was going off over that way because I was gonna try to dig iron out of these big hills. I've been digging, but I haven't been finding much iron. A lot of copper. So this is gonna be a build site, but nah, it's gonna be for the bees and the dog. This stuff I got this from Joe. It doesn't grow unless you bone meal it. Darn it. It's pretty, but it's kind of pointless. It doesn't grow like any other vines and moss and stuff. Maybe I should go to another. Anyway, knowing every day, I mean, I've done a lot of work on this place without hardly even trying. I can only work a few minutes at a time. Because when the tablet gets hot, I gotta shut everything down. Can't record for long, and so on. But I'm doing a little bit every day, and things have gotten pretty expansive. And I got most of the wood types. I got most of the animals. I would like to have each plot that has a wood type and a animal in it. I would like to have a villager with a workstation. So those would all be different too. So they could pretty much free range, and I'd know where I put them. You can do just a teeny tiny little bit every day, and you think you're not doing nothing, but over time, it piles up. Let me see what's in here. This is just from, look at all that coal. Look at, there's that much copper in there, and that's not even my main copper. I should probably take this and put it with my other iron. So it adds up, and you don't think you're doing nothing, but then you should come back, turn around, and go, holy smokes. Now, I can't be responsible for everybody doing that, and I'm sure not gonna tell people what they ought to do and all that. I think it's smart for everybody to do something. And to tell each other about it. Hey, I've got milk over here. Hey, I've got books. Hey, I've got, you know, so we can keep each other informed that there's a resource available. Oh, that's the other thing. Look, that's my second emerald block that I got from just mining, just not doing anything special. You know, I could put those right there. Except then I'd hardly ever see them. I'll find a better place. If you're doing something, you don't feel like you're not doing anything. In my real life right now, I'm doing stuff that's so physically hard to do. The temperatures are hot. I can't work after about 10 in the morning because it's nearly 40 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees, 100 degrees Fahrenheit by 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm 70 years old and mostly I'm in a wheelchair. I can walk, but I'm not very physically strong, and the wheelchair assists me greatly with not only just mobility, but endurance, being able to tolerate pain. Where are you? Oh, hi. You're new, aren't you? Oh, you're one of those cocoa bean ones. I like these. Wait a minute. Are you a tame one, too, that I just left out here? I guess so. Alright. I guess today is equestrian rescue day. I don't know. You know, you might be the first one I breed to the one up here. Yeah, you might be the first ones, because you're right here, Andy. Let me see how I'm going to get you in here, because... Here we go again. Come on, you can do it. Come on. You're almost there. Come on. Come on, don't snap. Oh, Lord. Mojang, why? Why? Why are you so boneheaded about stuff? I can see you want to make the game easier for players, but then you do boneheaded stuff like this. Just so the leash will bounce more when somebody's on a happy gas. You know, we all aren't going to be on happy gas. This is just... And you people on computers, we just on these little stupid devices, you know, that we just doing the best we can with what we got, and me not being able to see too well, and trying to find leashes and horses that blend in with the environment. It's just, thanks. Thank you. This was fun. But I rescued a horse, so... Come on, baby, you win. Pig, if you go out, you are on your own. I can't protect you from anything, including me eating you. You just want to see outside? Yeah. You know, pigs have a real hard time with doors, even double doors, unless they're trying to escape. And then it's just like, yeah, I'm out. Whatever. You can do something, I'm saying. You don't think it's much. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you do something. We're not products. We're not enemies. We're not things. We're fellow human beings. We're all suffering and struggling, and we can help each other get through this. And the more I model that, the more people around me get it. You know, I mean, that's just my personal experience. Oh, yeah, some people just think I'm a sucker because I was kind or polite, and they think I'm just some kind of a, like, doormat or something. But they find out, you know, that FAFO, it's really true, you know. I'll let you be a butthead once, and then, you know, you are on your own. Oh, if I got there just a second sooner, I'd have got more wool. Don't ask me why I'm collecting wool. I have no idea. Collect a little bit at a time, you end up with a lot of wool. I know that much. So, yeah, having a bunch of animals up here was a bad idea. It's just too crowded, and I couldn't see, and I couldn't get things done, so I'm gonna put the sheep back in the sheep place, and make a place for the pigs, and, sorry I keep bumping the mic. The llamas are even gonna have their own place. I don't want them in with the horses. It's too complicated. They can get out of a one-block gap, and the horses can't. So while I'm trying to get a horse in, I've got llamas trying to get out. It's not worth it. Just do something. Be sad. Be scared. I mean, just plenty to grieve about. Just do something. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be fancy. Some of my favorite people organizing events are the people who set up the folding chairs and make the coffee and put out the donuts for the meetings. Not the people running the meetings with the fancy speeches and all that stuff. The people who made the space available and comfortable and someplace where people wanted to actually have a meeting. You know, those are the people that I respect. So, you know, you don't have to be a hero and wear a cape or make a lot of noise or show off, or you can be completely invisible and be useful, you know? It's one of my favorite things to do. Well, for one thing, it keeps people focused on what the event's about, not on looking at a celebrity and trying to kiss somebody's butt, you know? I got no respect for that. But also, you're not to blame. If things go wrong, you just made the coffee and set up the folding chair. So if there's something wrong with the policy, it's not your fault, you know? Just do something. Every little bit you do makes a difference. Alright, I should get out of here because I got these freaking flies. The cows bring flies over in there. I got fly paper and stuff, but there's so many of them. The cows are literally twinkling with flies when they come to my place. He doesn't take care of them. He just breeds them for the babies, and he sells the babies at auction when they're old enough. So they come over here literally twinkling with flies on them. And of course, once they get here, they're out of the sun, and there's water, and there's food, like for my animals, or pig poop, or whatever, you know. So I end up with thousands of flies over here, and in the morning when they're waking up and I'm waking up, they find my face. So if you heard me bumping the microphone, it's because I'm dealing with the dang cow flies. We're gonna be okay. You know, the United States is not the center of the universe. I know they're trying to pull this crap in other countries too. So if you're in a country where they're trying to pull this crap, find your people. Get to work. One thing is they're way overextended. They're trying to do way too much. They got all this sign-in bonus and stuff for ICE agents. Paying ICE agents twice what school teachers make. They're way overextended. They're all over the country trying to round people up and trying to monitor everybody and keep us all under surveillance. It's a huge job. They can't do it. You know, and we've got proof of that from past regimes who tried to do stuff like that. You know, the Nazis kept really meticulous records. Got a lot of them in trouble after it was all over, you know, because they had records. Do something. It'll make you feel better. I mean, when I'm out there working in the hot sun, cleaning up my yard and stuff, because I don't have any way to throw away trash, and the wind and the cows and the dogs have been scattering my trash, and it's hard to walk out there because I'm tripping over cans, and, you know. When I see an area cleared out, my God, I feel so much better. I'm imagining what it'll look like when it's clean, and I can decorate it, and just do something. Imagine what it's going to be like. Imagine what it's going to be like, and take a teeny tiny little step in the right direction. Oh, I should be fishing. I'm going to stop this and close the game so the next time I come back I can be fishing. I'm leaving you now. You are alive. Wake up. I'd hug you, but my arms don't bend and my bees went to sleep. Goodbye.
I will kill you.
Like, dislike, share, comment, subscribe, or the dog gets it.